YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I want to come and do a wrestling talk. So we're going to be talking about a couple things. I'm going to be talking about Peyton Royce. I will be talking about Vince McMahon. Favorite thing of doing, changing people's name, wrestling name, and that's going to come at a later date. And well, actually, them just these two things because I have a big thing to say, and then I have a video later in the week on this other thing. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is Vince McMahon changing Matt Riddle to just Riddle, and I think that is pretty interesting to me. When I mean it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to see that. It's pretty interesting just to see Vince McMahon. He has always changed everybody's name or changed a part of their name. Like I remember, it's a lot of people names that has went through changes. Like Shorty G, now back as Chad Gable. I mean, his name should have never been changed to Shorty G. Once he changed his name to Shorty G, he was buried like I don't know what, and he came close to winning the King of the Ring. But I'm gonna put the question: should Vince McMahon stop changing superstars, stop trademarking certain names for superstars if he know he's going to change their name? Now, to get me to say, okay, Matt Riddle changing his them changing Matt Riddle's name to just Riddle. I think some fans might see it as a bad thing, and then some will see it as a good thing. So the bad thing is, what if what they're trying to do with Matt Riddle don't go well? He's still gonna be known as Riddle. But I'm gonna give you why I think it might be a good thing for him in the long run. Okay, we all been knowing when he was in, we knew he was in UFC and he came to WWE, and we having a lot of that now. That's from people from MMA, UFC, mixed martial arts sports coming to WWE some kind of way, shape, or form, or football coming to wrestling. And I'll get and stuff like that. But to me, changing a Riddle name to just Riddle, it might be good for him in the long run, in the long term. But I'm thinking changing it to Riddle is like, it was crazy. There's a lot of people who have went through name changes. It was like at one point in time they had dropped Apollo Cruz's last name for a while and stuff, and I think y'all remember that one. But they had a reason of doing that and stuff and think, but that was just dropped for, I think, a month or 2 months. I can't remember, but that was there, and I'm just like, But yeah. All right, so let's see. The next thing we got to talk about, before I move on to Peyton Royce, I want to come and talk about Elias. Now, as y'all know, Elias is embroiled in a storyline with Jeff Hardy. And as y'all know, he's coming back because, if you remember back here, I say late last year, early this year, they had this thing on SmackDown that he got runned over, and they like said Jeff Hardy did it and stuff like that, and we don't know who really do it. And thinking, y'all remember I did a video on this, and then I'm going and I told y'all I feel like Elias is going after the wrong person, and I really feel like Elias needs to be going after not Jeff Hardy, Sheamus. And I got a funny feeling that this will come back around, or or they might bring, I have a funny feeling they might bring back the hacker gimmick, but somebody else is going to be doing it. I'm just saying. Somebody else might be doing it. And what I mean by that, I think, they said Mufasa Ali actually had did this, and if I'm thinking they might bring that back, or they might not bring it back, but I'm thinking if they brought the hacker gimmick back, but give it to somebody we wouldn't expect, like, oh, Mansoor. I think that's his name, Mansoor. I think Mansoor would be perfect to do the hacker. Give me if they just rebranded and everything and redid it or something like that, or anything, or something, or have somebody portray oh my God, portray a investigator. Like, let's say Jeff Hardy comes up with getting a investigator to investigate what really happened, and then they use the actual video of Elias getting run over, and he don't see it, but he actually see it's Sheamus who ran him over, and Jeff Hardy got blamed for it and stuff like that, and he goes. And he just like, what have I done? I've been accusing the wrong person. I mean, I think if they build this storyline up with all three of them, and it's like, Sheamus is egging Elias along. Oh, he did this, he did that. I promise you, it probably will work in the long run. So let me hear y'all what y'all think. Do y'all think WWE needs to bring back the hacker gimmick, or they need to build it up that they have a private, a so-called and private, Jeff Hardy so-called investigator to investigate, and then find out Sheamus had a lot to do with it. So let me hear your opinion on that. So now we're going to end with Peyton Royce. So as y'all know, the Iconics, earlier, like months ago, had broke up and they've been in single competition. All right. And the one thing what I have heard on some of these wrestling shows, like, I'm gonna drop some names right here. Like Wrestling Culture, WrestleMania, Wrestling Hub. Oh my God, there's so many wrestling news shows on here on the tube, so you'll have to look it up. That the reason Vince McMahon broke up the Iconics, he wants to push Peyton Royce. All right, you're not pushing her in the right way if you want to give her that big push for the women's title belt. So if you want that big push, if you want her to have that big push right now, you need to be setting her up with one, making sure she has a good signature move. That's one. A good signature opening, because she's been doing several different entrances into several different entrance styles for the past few years, past couple of weeks when we do see her wrestle. And my thing is that if that's not what you do to somebody that you want to like push, and done. Sorry, my lips are acting up, but that's that. So if that's somebody you want to push, you need to make sure she has a stable signature move and a stable interest. An interest that this is her, this is you, and thing. All right. Now, do I see Peyton Royce in the near future holding WWE Raw is War Women's title belt or SmackDown title belt? Yes. I do see it. It's just we need to see her be complacent. By complacent, what I mean, I need to see her use the same opening when she comes out and her entrance. I need to see the same opening every week, not something different. I need to see the same signature move, same signature finishing move every time she finishes a match. win or lose. I need to see those. Those are two keys that we need to see when it comes to Peyton Royce. Now, this other thing is I'm gonna put right here. This will be a wrestling news rumors. So this is where we're going to be talking about wrestling news rumors. So we have one wrestling news rumors. So without further ado, let's get started, y'all. So the first, we only have one, and I want to come talk about Andrade Cien and Mickie James. So as y'all know, Andrade Cien was not drafted when draft day came. He wasn't drafted and Mickie wasn't drafted. Okay, there was several reasons. Andrade's going to be out on injury leave, so that's why he's out. Now, Mickey's out with a broken nose. So that's one thing that's going on with them. So they both have some injuries. But it's two rumors that are going around with these two. Okay. It's a rumor going around with Andrade doing this. Two rumors going around with Andrade part 2. It's two different rumors that we are here in the wrestling community is talking about. I heard this. Let me make sure I get this right. On Walt Wrestling Culture, and I have heard it on Wrestling Hub, and I will probably do a video about that and stuff. So what the first one is, Andrade and Charlotte. So this was so funny that Charlotte is on injury leave, but she still was drafted. Okay, y'all. Y'all heard me. How can somebody who is on injury leave, Charlotte Flair, still be drafted? That still bothers me ever since I seen that and stuff. And they said people on injury leave couldn't be considered, but she was on injury leave and she still was considered, and she was still a first-round draft pick. So Becky Lynch couldn't be on that list. Why? Because she haven't had her baby yet. So my thing is, if Charlotte couldn't be drafted and she was on injury leave, why she was still drafted? So the rumor is that first rumor is that we might see Andrade and Charlotte Flair come together and Charlotte Flair be his manager. All right, I can see that. I could see her coming in and being Andrade's manager and stuff like that. Her still doing her wrestling career and having his wrestling career. And they both, having their career. All right. So we're going to have to see where that goes. So then the second rumor is that if that's not what we're going to see, that might not be what we're going to see, meaning we might not see Andrade and Charlotte, Charlotte being his manager and stuff. But a big rumor that's going around that when Mickie comes back and Andrade comes back, they're trying to timeline a timeline right there with that when they come back, that Andrade might team up with Mickie James, and Mickie James might be the manager and stuff. Do I think that will work? I mean, these are two good, prominent things that will be good to see, but we don't know if that's true or not. All right, so that was the rumor report. Let's talk about something I've been harping on for about several months. All right. Let me just tell y'all this. I am a big fan right now. I am a huge fan. Let me just say, I'm a huge fan of any female wrestler in the in right now in the WWE, but I'm also when I say I want to see uh, ex- exclusiveness with the wrestlers, with the female wrestlers, that means having different wrestlers getting opportunities. That means I don't want to always see the same female go for title belts. So the thing I have to actually mention is the following. And I'm going to say this, and it's a storyline that I just felt like WWE should go back and finish up. And like some people have caught some wrestling videos have caught some of my videos and has mentioned when I do mention this, I need a finishing conclusion with the MVP, Bobby Lashley, Lana storyline. We need a finisher with that. So then now, since Lana don't have nobody by her side now, and it's no more. Oh my God, not Naya. Natty. No more Natty Nearhart and stuff. You know, Natty was drafted to SmackDown, and Lana is still on Raw. What is gonna be her purpose? Mostly be a butt above everybody's joke. Naya's punching Naya and Shayna Baszler punching bad. What is that? So we need to know what is going on, Vince, and what are you going with Lana's storyline. I mean, the first two times that Lana was attacked by Nia Jax. I knew what that was all about. That was all about her husband Nero, formerly known as Rusev, being signed to AEW, WWE's biggest competition. All right. I just want to hear from y'all. And the question of the day, out of everything that I talked about, y'all, let me hear from y'all what WWE superstar deserves to have a opportunity for a WWE title belt and a Universal title belt and both of the women's title belts of Raw and SmackDown. Until then, y'all, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.